amid the news of Maldives suspending 3 ministers. One of them, Hassan Zian, has denied the reports of his suspension from the cabinet along with other ministers. His denial came after a local media outlet reported that Deputy Youth Ministers Mariam Shiwana, Malsha Sharif and Mahzoom Majid were suspended over social media posts making mocking references to PM Modi. Brian, still with us on the broadcast. Brian, if you could take our viewers through the details that are coming in.
Well, Asafri, Maldivian Deputy Minister Hassan Zian, who was one of the ministers who apparently said that they were suspended and made derogatory remarks, now quoted a social media tweet and denying a report of his suspension from the cabinet along with other ministers over their derogatory remarks against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calling it fake news. His denial also came after even, they were reported that Youth Ministers Mariam Shiuna, Malsha Sharif and himself, Mahzoom Majid, were suspended over social media posts making mocking references to the Prime Minister, and even there was a section of officials also in the Maldivian government who were seen exchanging heated messages on X also with Indian citizens and even troll accounts as well. And even a massive uproar also broke after a Maldivian deputy minister and some other government officials shared derogatory posts about Prime Minister's recent visit to Lakshadweep. And this comes after this very incident when Prime Minister visited the Lakshadweep and shared several pictures and even stating that it was an exhilarating experience. But yes, the latest that we are getting to know now that the Maldivian deputy minister denies the report of his suspension from the cabinet. Yes, Asafri.
Right, absolutely, Brian. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast and sharing all those details with our viewers. Meanwhile, reactions are pouring in on this entire ordeal. Listen in.
When I was the minister, I welcomed a lot of stars from Bollywood. They engaged with us. They helped us in building Maldives where it is now, as branding Maldives as a luxury tourism destination. And it is very sad that we have come to a situation where they have to comment against us, because they have been their influence has been immensely helpful, especially after COVID. It has been the Indian tourists which really recovered the Maldives tourism industry.
मैं तो प्रधानमंत्री जी की विजिट को देख रही हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो लक्षद्वीप यात्रा की उससे देश दुनिया सबको परिचित कराया कि भारत में कितने सुंदर स्थल हैं और जो समुद्र के किनारे जिन लोगों को जाने का शौक है, बीच पर चलने का शौक है, उस सब के लिए भी बहुत सारे स्थान भारत में हैं। मालदीव है तो लक्षद्वीप भी है, बहुत नज़दीक है, अंडमान्स भी है और हिमालय की ऊंचाई भी है और हिमाचल प्रदेश से लेकर लेह लद्दाख भी है।
जो भी हमारे स्टेट हमारे मुल्क की, हमारी कंट्री के जो भी लीडरशिप कोई किसी बात को बाहर कहती है या उस पर कोई टिप्पणी कहीं से आती है तो उसको हम आगे नहीं बढ़ाते हैं, क्योंकि ये हमारा नेशनल इंटरेस्ट का और नेशनल प्रतिभा का सवाल है। इस पर हम डिस्कशन नहीं करते।
सर, इंडिया अगर अपने टूरिज्म साइट्स की बात करता है तो इस पर मालदीव को क्यों एतराज?
नहीं, एतराज है कि नहीं, वो आगे बातचीत होगी। हर चीज बातचीत से, डायलॉग से सॉल्व होगी।
I mean, it's absolutely deplorable, the comments which are coming out from sections of Maldives. Also, let's remember, it's not everyone in Maldives is criticizing India. There is one section which is anti-India, which seems to be, and which is passing such remarks. It's absolutely deplorable and absolutely, of course. See, India not only helps the economy of Maldives through our tourism, right? We also provide them security. If you remember, way back in 1988, there was a coup in Maldives where India sent its forces and within hours the coup was stopped. So for the national security of Maldives, India is the neighbor right across. As well as there have been times when there was an acute water shortage in Maldives. You know, even being an island, drinking water is a problem. So there was an acute shortage and India sent, our aircrafts and our navy with bottled water. So for leadership people in Maldives to pass such comments on India is, I think, absolutely uncalled for.
This all started off because the Indian Twitter commentariat decided to start comparing, the Prime Minister's visit to the Lakshadweep as some kind of a counter to Maldives, which it absolutely was not. The development of tourism in India is completely sui generis. It has nothing to do with the Maldives or in response to the Maldives, because that implies that we've kept the Lakshadweep war as a sort of response to the Maldives.
Well, the first thing is that a tweet from a minister in any government, even if it got deleted later, which I understand was deleted, containing such derogatory references to India and to India's leadership is very unfortunate, considering how much India has been committed to development cooperation with Maldives, supporting Maldives throughout the pandemic, giving them free vaccines, boosting tourism during the pandemic. We used to sanitize aircraft and send tourists to Maldives so that their economy doesn't collapse.
Firstly, it is absolutely critical that the government of Maldives distance itself from the comments by the minister. I know that the government has suspended the ministers, but I think it is important that the government of Maldives issue a formal apology to the Indian people. The remarks by the minister are simply just shameful, they're racist, they're spiteful and intolerable. And I do want to say that the minister's words are in no way a reflection of the opinion of the Maldives people on the Indian people and about India.
It's such surprising for me. Why should Maldives, say something about what is going to happen in Lakshadweep and whatever our honourable Prime Minister have spoke on, futuristic scope for tourism development in Lakshadweep. I still surprised why such comments have come from the Deputy Prime Minister and the Ministers of Maldives. So one thing is very sure, that Lakshadweep is a new destination which is still to be explored to outer world.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.